Hello friends, welcome to Without Movies. My name is Uday. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing the Indian Hindi film Ankhon Dekhi, a highly ambitious and a brilliant gem of a movie released in 2013 and directed by Rajat Kapoor. A refreshing whimsical comedy drama, Ankhon Dekhi means through one's own eyes or see it to believe it. This is audaciously set as the core of the film's worldview to offer a fresh perspective on life and living. This single aspect itself makes it one of the best Hindi films of the recent times. Set in India's capital Delhi in present times, an elder man Rajesh Babuji and his brother Rishi live in a joint household with their families. One day, Babuji, his brother and their self-declared well-wishing neighbors smack a boy assuming that he is a rogue and is in love with Babuji's daughter Rita, only to find that he is in fact a nice person. Troubled by this incident, Babuji experiences a radical epiphany, a catharsis of sorts, and declares that henceforth in his life he will believe only what he can see. What unfolds from then on is both highly amusing and deeply moving as Babuji begins to practically apply the seemingly simple yet fundamental change in his way of living. Unsurprisingly, Babuji's new approach just shocks everyone and throws everything into chaos. The travel agent job he just lets go, his animated wife constantly berates him, his reserved brother hears the neighbors' taunts, and self-declared fans gang up to follow him, yet have fun at his expense. His life becomes turbulent and his family become worried. Yet amidst all this, Babuji is steadfast in his approach and doesn't resort to forcing his ways on anyone. With an ocean-like calm, he rides the initial bumps and the tide slowly but surely begins to turn as he embraces life as he sees it. This is a very tricky film to execute and the director has pulled it off admirably like a high-wire act. All characters clash with Babuji, unable to fathom his new way that pose all kinds of practical problems. It doesn't turn Babuji's life into a bed of roses, but it gives him courage to live with this clarity of thought one always hopes for. Seeing the initial hostility from his family, he even goes into a self-imposed shell to reflect and comes out to stick by his beliefs, faces the ups and downs with a smile and keeps going. The movie wisely doesn't make Babuji indulge in chest thumping as if he has discovered the secret of life or changed the world or solved world problems. It is rooted to Babuji's view of his people and the effect of his ways are shown in many shades. As for the people around him, Babuji's wife is the family's engine, who worries about everyone's future like a wildfire, yet reluctantly keeps faith in him. The dynamic between the brothers is interesting and touching. The younger brother Rishi, played by the director himself, is middle-aged, lives in Babuji's shadow, has a good heart, but is a bit self-centered. He is impatient and wants quick success to give his family their own space. And add to it is Babuji's strange new situation. Weighed down by it all, he wants to get away and focus only on himself. Whereas on the other hand, Babuji, though being world-weary, leads his family like he has always done. In fact, his new way heralds a new beginning and a fresh start to his life. Rajat Kapoor, the writer and the director, has created a rare film probably by mining and combing through human habits and psychology to come up with an accessible theme that feels like a breath of fresh air. To see through one's own eyes. Sometimes I wonder, don't we also try to do the same in our lives? Like when we actually see something, our tendency to believe it is more. With a firm grip on the movie's tone, the director has superbly explored this idea with lots of humor to express a deep philosophy that one's views and perspective should be shaped through one's own personal experiences. He ensures the reaction to the stunning and poetic ending entirely depends on the way the viewer sees it. The terrific cast of character and theatre actors bring to life the unpredictable rhythms and everyday hustle-bustle of families in Delhi instead of just a loud one-note stereotype. Sanjay Mishra, who was not as old as Babuji, gives a very fine nuanced performance that holds the entire story. Seema Pahwa as his wife is the real find of this movie with a firecracker turn. The screenplay weaves humor of daily life that is biting and keeps the event from getting heavy-handed and preachy. The music and songs have an unmistakable melancholy and blends in with the narrative. The cinematography acutely captures the lived-in feel of the locations and the characters. High-concept films have a striking idea and easily expressible story, often with big budgets, but their theme is compromised and simplistic. Ankhon Dekhi is the rare independent movie with a high concept, rich tapestry and a finely layered theme. It's a miracle that it even got made, especially in Indian Hindi film industry, which prefers to churn out mostly run-of-the-mill formulaic fare under the guise of so-called new wave of cinema. The title Ankhon Dekhi is both literal and metaphorical, so fitting that one has to see this film through one's own eyes to experience it and believe it. To watch this movie, see the video description below for streaming options in your country. Post your comments on the movie and the review. Please support us by clicking on like and share. Watch more reviews on our channel from the playlist that appear on screen. Do not forget to hit subscribe and follow us. Thanks for watching.